In 2025, Instagram has evolved far beyond its origins as a simple photo-sharing application. It's become a central hub in the lives of billions, a place where the personal expression meets professional networking and where fleeting moments are preserved as lasting memories. It's your digital identity, business, and social life rolled into one. Your profile is a carefully curated representation of who you are, what you do, and what you value. It's the first impression you make on potential employers, clients, and friends alike. The value inside your account memories, contacts, business deals, and personal data is immense. It's a repository of your most cherished moments, your professional achievements, and your personal connections. This concentration of value makes your account a highly desirable target. That makes Instagram a prime target for attackers. Cybercriminals recognize the immense value contained within these accounts and are constantly developing new and sophisticated methods to gain unauthorized access. Securing your account is about protecting your identity, livelihood, and safety. It's about safeguarding your personal brand, your professional reputation, and your ability to connect with the world. A compromise can destroy your reputation and income in minutes. The damage from a successful attack can be devastating, leading to financial losses, reputational harm, and emotional distress. Think about what your account holds: your friends, your locations, your interests, your business strategies. All of this is valuable information that attackers can exploit for their own gain. An attacker who gets in can scam your followers, steal sensitive info, and ruin years of trust. Building trust with your audience takes time and effort, but it can be destroyed in an instant by a malicious actor. Security is no longer optional, it's essential. It's a fundamental requirement for participating in the digital world. Attackers are more sophisticated than ever, using subtle technical methods that bypass old defenses. They are constantly evolving their tactics to stay one step ahead of security measures. This video will break down the new threats of 2025 beyond phishing and brute force. We'll delve into the more complex and insidious methods that attackers are using to compromise accounts. We'll explain how attackers exploit the very code and infrastructure of Instagram. This includes vulnerabilities in the platform's software and weaknesses in its security protocols. You'll learn about modern attack vectors that go far beyond fake login pages. These new vectors target the underlying systems and processes that power the platform. We'll also show how manipulation tactics have evolved for the digital age. Attackers are becoming increasingly adept at using social engineering to trick users into giving up their credentials or sensitive information. Most importantly, you'll get clear, actionable steps to protect yourself. We'll provide practical advice and concrete strategies that you can implement immediately to enhance your account security. Security is a process, not a one-time fix. It requires constant vigilance and ongoing effort to stay ahead of the evolving threat landscape. Staying informed is your best defense. By understanding the latest threats and vulnerabilities, you can take proactive steps to protect yourself. By understanding how attackers think, you can stop them before they start. Adopting a security-first mindset is crucial for staying safe in the digital world. Let's dive into the new world of Instagram security. Together, we can navigate the challenges and protect ourselves from the ever-present threats. For years, phishing and brute force were the main ways to hack accounts. Phishing tricks you into giving up your password on a fake login page. Brute force tries endless password combinations until one works. But in 2025, these methods are losing their edge. Users are more aware, and security features like email filters and browser warnings block most phishing attempts. Brute force is stopped by account lockouts and rate limits. Two-factor authentication, especially app-based, adds another barrier. These old attacks are now too noisy and slow for serious hackers. Sophisticated attackers have moved on. They now target flaws in Instagram's code and infrastructure, not just user mistakes. The focus has shifted from tricking you to tricking the system itself. To stay safe, you need to understand these new technical threats. Let's look at how they work. One major threat in 2025 is API exploitation. APIs are the behind-the-scenes tools that let your app talk to Instagram's servers. Hackers now probe these APIs for hidden flaws, backdoors left by developers. Instead of guessing passwords, they look for logic errors that expose private data or allow unauthorized actions. For example, a poorly secured API might leak your email or phone number or let someone reset your password. These attacks are stealthy and hard to detect. Requests look legitimate to the system. It's a surgical strike, not a brute force attack. Skilled hackers can take over accounts without ever triggering a security alert. They're not knocking on the front door. They're slipping in through cracks in the foundation. Application Programming Interfaces, or APIs, are the invisible bridges that allow different software systems to communicate and share data. But what happens when these bridges have structural weaknesses? Here's how an API hack might play out, revealing the potential consequences of vulnerabilities in these critical connections. Imagine an attacker, a digital intruder, meticulously probing for weaknesses and finds a flaw. Specifically, let's say they discover a vulnerability in the API that syncs your phone contacts with Instagram, a feature designed for convenience and connectivity. The core of the problem? The API doesn't properly check if the request to modify your account is genuinely originating from you, the legitimate user. It lacks sufficient validation. Exploiting this oversight, the attacker crafts and sends a malicious request. Their objective? To link their own phone number, a number they control, to your Instagram account, gaining a foothold into your digital identity. Instagram's server, unfortunately fooled by the deceptive request, processes it as legitimate. Consequently, the attacker's phone number is successfully added to your account profile, a silent modification with significant implications. Now, armed with this unauthorized access, the attacker initiates the forgot password process. As a result, the password reset code, intended only for you, is mistakenly sent directly to their phone, bypassing your control entirely. With the reset code in hand, they proceed to set a completely new password for your account. And just like that, they lock you out of your own account without ever needing to know your original secure password. You, the legitimate user, did absolutely nothing wrong. You were simply a victim of circumstance. The underlying vulnerability resided in the app's code, a flaw in the API's security mechanisms. This is precisely why responsible platforms actively run bug bounty programs. Their goal is to proactively catch and address these potential flaws before malicious actors, before criminals, can exploit them for their own gain. Your digital security depends on a combination of your own cautious actions and the platform's constant vigilance in maintaining a secure environment. Even the most careful and security-conscious user can still be at risk of compromise if the underlying system itself is fundamentally flawed or contains exploitable vulnerabilities. That's why understanding the nature of these threats and how they can manifest truly matters in today's interconnected digital world. The most chilling attacks now are zero-click exploits. You don't have to click anything, just receiving a message can compromise your account. Attackers send a specially crafted image or video that triggers a hidden flaw in the app's code. The malicious file executes as soon as your device processes it, often without you noticing. Hackers can steal your session tokens or install spyware, all without your interaction. These attacks are expensive and complex, usually targeting high-profile users, but they're spreading. The best defense? Keep your apps and phone updated. Updates patch these critical vulnerabilities. Don't leave your digital windows open. Update regularly. Picture this. A journalist receives a direct message with a video. They don't open it, but Instagram processes the video to create a thumbnail. Hidden code in the video runs instantly, stealing the journalist's session token. The attacker now has full access, reading messages, posting, even deleting content. The journalist gets no alerts. The attack leaves no trace. The attacker can monitor everything, undetected. This is the danger of zero-click exploits. You can be compromised without any action on your part. The only clue might be a message that disappears or an image that fails to load. That's why regular updates are critical. They close these invisible doors. Even the most vigilant user can be blindsided by these attacks. Staying current with security patches is your best shield. We often focus on the technological aspects of security, the firewalls, the encryptions, the complex algorithms, but technology isn't the only threat. Humans are still the weakest link. It's easy to overlook the human element, but attackers know that exploiting human psychology is often the easiest path to compromise a system. Social engineering has evolved. It's no longer about mass emails with obvious errors. It has morphed into highly personalized manipulation. Attackers are now leveraging the vast amounts of data available online to craft attacks tailored specifically to you. Attackers use your public info, the details you share on social media, your professional profiles, to craft convincing stories, narratives that feel authentic and trustworthy. They might be posing as support staff, offering assistance with a technical issue you didn't even know you had, or even friends, leveraging compromised accounts to gain your trust. They might ask you to secure your account, claiming there's been a breach or suspicious activity, and they'll try to trick you by changing your email to one they control, effectively locking you out. Or after hacking a friend, gaining access to their contacts and personal information, they'll message you for help, creating a sense of urgency and appealing to your empathy. They will be asking you to click a link, promising a solution or offering assistance, or verify something, confirming your identity or updating your security settings. These aren't obvious scams. They're not riddled with typos or glaring inconsistencies. They're believable, urgent, and play on trust, exploiting your natural inclination to help others and believe what you're told. The threat is now a conversation, a back-and-forth exchange designed to build rapport and manipulate you. It's not just a fake login page, but a carefully crafted interaction that feels genuine. Always be skeptical of requests, no matter how legitimate they may seem at first glance. Be wary of requests to change account settings, especially if they come unexpectedly. Never share codes, especially two-factor authentication codes, over any messaging platform. And think twice before you click links. Hover over them to see where they really lead. Exercise caution even when the message comes from friends. Their accounts may have been compromised. If something feels off, if you have even the slightest doubt, verify through another channel. Call the person directly or use a different messaging app to confirm their request. Attackers rely on your instinct, your inherent desire to help or obey authority. They will exploit these tendencies to their advantage. Slow down, question everything, take a moment to assess the situation, and don't let urgency cloud your judgment. Attackers often create a sense of panic to bypass your critical thinking. Your skepticism is your best defense. Cultivate a healthy dose of distrust, and you'll be far less likely to fall victim to social engineering. Protecting your Instagram requires layers of defense. First, enable two-factor authentication, preferably with an authenticator app, not SMS. SMS can be hijacked. App-based codes are safer. Second, keep your Instagram app and phone OS updated. Patches fix critical flaws. Turn on automatic updates to stay protected. Third, use a strong, unique password and a password manager. Never reuse passwords across accounts. Secure your email account with a strong password and two-factor authentication. It's the key to all your logins. Regularly review your account's linked email and phone number. Finally, stay skeptical of unexpected messages, even from friends. Never share login codes or change account details at someone else's request. If a message seems suspicious, verify it through another method. Attackers want you to act fast, so slow down and think. Security is about habits, not just tools. Digital security is a never-ending race between attackers and defenders. Today's threats, API hacks, zero-click exploits, advanced social engineering, are more sophisticated than ever. But you're not powerless. Platforms must build secure systems and educate users, but you have to use the tools they provide. Enable strong two-factor authentication, keep everything updated, and use unique passwords. Most importantly, stay alert and question anything unusual. The threat landscape will keep evolving, but the basics of good security remain the same. A layered defense and a skeptical mindset are your best protection. Don't be intimidated. Being informed puts you ahead of most users. You're not just a potential victim. You're your own best line of defense. Treat your digital identity like the valuable asset it is. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and stay secure. The power to protect your digital life is in your hands. Use it.